Hi, Hannah. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me today. I'd like to hear your thoughts on a workplace situation involving two employees. Let's call them individual A and individual B. They work at a family run business. Here's the scenario: individual A is a team leader, and they've been passing off some of their responsibilities to individual B, a junior employee. Individual B has been eager to help, but the issue is individual A has been taking credit for the work that was largely done by individual B. Individual B feels uncomfortable, but doesn't know whether to speak up or to stay quiet. What do you think about this situation?
That's a tough one. Honestly, I think individual A's action are unethical. By taking credits for work they didn't fully do, they're not only being dishonest, but they're also damaging trust within the team. So, as a team leader, individual A should set a positive example, maybe show by showing fairness and transparency in how they share the credits for work. And it's important for senior employees to act with integrity because their behavior impact the entire team's morale.
No, I guess so, yeah. I kind of agree with you, but what about individual B? I know they are uncomfortable about speaking up, but they are unsure whether to raise the issue or let it go. What would you recommend they do?
Well, I understand why individual B might hesitate to speak up. They don't want to cause conflict, especially with a senior team member and within a family business. But I think it's crucial for individual B to have a respectful conversation with individual A. If they don't speak up, they risk letting the issue fester, and that could lead to resentment or missed professional growth. They need to express that they feel their contributions aren't being recognized, but in a constructive and a calm way.
I see, got it. So if, let's say, individual B does decide to speak up, how should they approach the conversation to make sure it's productive?
In my opinion, the best way to approach it would be to keep the tone respectful and solution focused. For individual B, the individual B should express how they feel without attacking or accusing. Maybe by saying something like, I've noticed that some of my contributions seem to be overlooked, and I'd like to discuss how we can ensure proper credit is given. This way, it can open up the dialogue without creating unnecessary tension. So, it is also helpful to acknowledge the positive aspect of the team dynamic while addressing the issue.
Okay, so now let's say, based on your experience and your working life, what do you think is the long-term effect if individual B stays silent and doesn't address the issue with individual A?
If individual B stays silent, the resentment will likely build up over time, and that can damage the working relationship. They might also start to feel undervalued, which could affect their motivation and performance. Over time, it could also lead to larger issues within the team. Speaking up might feel uncomfortable initially, but in the long run, it will benefit both individual B and the team by setting the right precedent for transparency and fairness.
That's quite insightful. Um, well, I guess finally, what do you think individual A could do to repair the situation if they realize their mistake?
Individual A should acknowledge their action and apologize for taking credits where it wasn't due. They need to have an honest conversation with individual B, perhaps even maybe like publicly recognizing individuals' B contribution. So it's important for leaders to show that they are willing to correct their mistake and promote fairness. This will not only repair the relationship, but it will also strengthen the overall integrity of the team.
I see. Thanks so much for your thoughts. This has been really helpful in understanding how to navigate these kind of ethical issues in the workplace.
No worries. Thank you.